Hey, this is Rick Theriault, Maine Real Estate Guide. I'm on location today in the town of Danforth, Maine, on Skillinger Road. And what I've got coming to market today, if you're in the market for a piece of country land, a country home site, this is a pretty interesting parcel. I'm going to call it kind of a Goldilocks parcel. It's 16 plus or minus acres, with about 5 acres of open tillable ground and the balance wooded. It's got a drilled well. So I'm calling it a Goldilocks lot because it's just right. It's just the right amount of acreage, about 16 acres, with 5 acres that you can see behind me. We'll take a little closer look. That is open tillable. That could be a very expansive lawn. A great home site on the back part of that open ground. Everything you can see in this screenshot is on the property. This whole field. Right up to the tree line in the back, and right in the center is a drilled well that was put in last fall, and we'll go check that out in a bit. But let's take a look at the street view here. So this is a private gravel road that comes into where the property is. The town plows to just at the end of what you can see here in the camera. And that's town maintained, and then from that point on, this is private gravel road, which is kind of indicated over here by this signage: private road, residents only. There's no known road association, so if you're living out here and you need to plow that last 150 to 200 feet of road to get onto your property, well, that's not that bad. One of the things I like about this property is it was recently logged. I'm going to say last year, looking at the fresh regen that's come up. It's pretty young, so this was cut probably last year. But when they opened it up, there's a lot of old apple trees that are interspersed here throughout. Here's one right here by the edge of the road, and I can see another one just in the maybe 50 feet away. And I bet there's 50 to 60 apple trees scattered throughout this property that, with time, and you probably want to see what comes for fruit on them, but you may have a pretty decent little orchard already just with what's here. But the thing with apple trees, that if you don't know, is apples all come from that you buy in a store or whatnot, are all grafted. The trees that grow those you can't plant an apple tree seed, a seed and get like from a Macintosh apple. If you ate a Macintosh apple and tried to grow that seed into another Macintosh tree, that's not what you're going to get. You'll get something else. But the fruiting wood is grafted onto rootstock. So if you don't like the fruit that is on these trees, you can turn them into whatever you want by grafting. And there's lots of information on the internet about grafting, but this would be a great place to practice the craft and bring back some of these apple trees into an orchard of several cultivars of apple that you enjoy yourself. But a little more about this particular property: 16 plus or minus acres, drilled well, 5 acres of field, the balance wooded, with pretty decent access. There is utility power available. You don't see any power lines here on this road, but I'll show them to you. Excuse me. They're up near the back of the field where the well was drilled, and we'll go see those in a moment. So you do have utility power, year-round access, in a country setting. So this is a great property coming to market at $45,000. So let's go take a walk, and I'll show you some more of the highlights. So I snowshoed a couple hundred yards from where my truck is along the field edge. We're headed towards where the well is. And here's more of these young apple trees that are scattered throughout the wooded portion of the land. You can see, by the shape of the tree that, because they were shaded by the taller trees that were recently logged, that the tree has grown at weird angles because it's trying to reach for the sun. So these trees are going to require some some pruning to get them fruiting again and to figure out what's there. But you got trees that are acclimated to this environment. They got rootstock that survives our cold temperatures up here, so they're a great place to start, to have your own orchard of your making by pruning these trees and doing some grafting. What a neat little project. Well, we've snowshoed across the field to where the utility line is. What's hard to discern here, but what's right before you is an access road that comes up into the property. That is the right-of-way road for the telephone company. They've got a little building up in the back that they maintain, and this is their access road, which you can use as well because you own the land under the road, but they have a right of way to utilize that the telephone company does. But here's access to utility power. And let's head over to the well. So here's your drilled well on the back side of the open field acreage. So this would be the convenient place to establish a hunting cabin or country home. You could have whatever you want here. You got utility power, you got year-round access off of the Skillinger Road, right to the, just beyond those trees is where it's plowed. But take a listen to the background noise. And we're in the town of Danforth. Danforth is a small rural community in Washington County. It's best known for its proximity to East Grand Lake. There are several other lakes in the area as well, but East Grand is the largest and the lake with the most notoriety. It's over 16,000 surface acres of cold water fishery. Just up the road from this property are the Hot Brook Lakes, both upper and lower Hot Brook Lake. Those are bass fisheries, warm water fisheries. The public access to Hot Brook Lake is right off of Route 169, which is the main road that accesses this property. It's about a mile from here to the public boat launch onto Hot Brook Lake. So this is a great place if you like to hunt, you like outdoor recreation, you like to fish. If you like to snowmobile or ATV, the ATV and snowmobile trail is probably a half mile from this location, so pretty easy access to that. As far as a hunting property, just as I turned on to Skillinger Road this morning, there was a group of tom turkeys out roaming around, and I'm sure in the springtime when they're looking for hens all over the place, you could probably call one in here pretty easily. This would be a great spot. This is a great place to do about anything you want. So again, I'm calling this a Goldilocks lot. It's just enough acreage, a little better than 16 acres, 5 acres of open ground, the rest wooded. So this is just a great property. I mentioned earlier in the video that there's probably 50 or more apple trees, and after walking through the acreage, I'm going to up that number. Virtually everything you see along that edge there are apple trees with rows and rows of apple trees behind them. So you could have a really nice orchard here if that's something you want to do. Now, a little more about the Danforth area. Danforth's a nice little community, a little over 500 people that call it their year-round residence. There's a grocery store, a bank, a gas station, one or two small restaurants, post office, and even a health clinic available right in Danforth. About 45 minutes from here is the city of Houlton. Houlton is the county seat for Aroostook County. There you'll find a hospital, you'll find some industry, you'll find Walmart, Hannaford grocery store, several hardware stores, car dealerships, all those available in Houlton. Both Houlton and Danforth are border communities with New Brunswick, Canada. So if you're looking for rural America, a quiet place to call home, again, you were going to want to take a look at 141 Skillinger Road in Danforth, Maine, and give Rick Theriault, your Maine real estate guy, a call at area code 207-731-9902.